Welcome to Conservation Conversations. I'm Carrie Large, Executive Director of Friends of the Zoo.
And I'm Ted Fox, and I'm the Executive Director of the Zoo.
And we are in our beautiful Animal Health Center where there's actually 2 new residents I hear that might be...
Yes, just starting to get used to visitors coming to the window and so forth. So we're really excited to talk about 2 baby Poest monkeys. So they were both born here at the zoo, and as typical as it is in the wild population, sometimes the newer mothers, they didn't have the best maternal instincts. So it was decided by the veterinary staff and the animal care staff that to make these 2 little babies thrive, they were going to come into our care for the immediate future, and then eventually the long-term goal, of course, just like with Inico, one of the baby's mothers, who is also hand-reared here at the zoo, we're going to integrate them back into the social group of the whole Poest family.
But these are well-trained animal care teams taking care of these animals.
That's right. We know that our visitors want to see animals up close, but it's a fine line to look at us hand-rearing a baby monkey that's just adorable and make the disconnect. Having a pet like a primate is never a good idea and never has a good ending. There's no way for a human to meet the needs of a non-human primate. And we certainly want to make that message clear with telling the very positive story about these 2 little girls are going to be able to grow up and go back into the group and help the North American population of Poest monkeys.
We often say SSP, Species Survival Plan. What is that?
The basic goal of each one of the SSPs or any management program for an animal species is to maintain as much genetic diversity as possible within that species, so that in the event that we had to help repopulate an area with a species of animals that we hold here at the zoo, they would be genetically as valuable as possible and as diverse as possible. Right now there's, I believe, 13 other facilities that have Poest monkeys, other accredited zoos. So we collaboratively form a management group for that species. So we talk about the genetics of them, what their needs are, what their nutrition is, how to hand raise a baby if we're in that situation. Collaboration and sharing of information about the best way to do everything regarding the animals is so important to their success and our success.
The endangered level of Poest monkeys, what level are they at?
In the wild, they're not in trouble. They're not endangered. They're not threatened. But in the North American population, it's a very small, as I said, there's 13 institutions that have Poest monkeys. So we still have to have a management group to make sure we maintain as much genetic diversity, that we're moving the animals around to form the best social groups that we possibly can.
We often say that we're taking care of the animals that are here at the zoo, but we're also helping the animals in the wild. How do we do that with the critically endangered species that we have here?
Much of the funds that we raise here go to support those in situ or in the field range country conservation efforts that are happening.
What are some of the species that we support?
So right now we're very active in, of course, Asian elephant conservation. Bactrian camel, critically endangered, very little known about them because they're so hard to study. Only a few hundred of those exist anymore. We're supporting building a breeding facility in Mongolia so that they can do more research in their home range. Red pandas are another one, Komodo dragons. It's not just researchers from the US going in, deciding what the problems are, putting some money in it and going away. They're incorporating the indigenous people, the people that live in those ecosystems with those animals, to educate them and help them learn how to take care of the animals too, as a benefit to them.
So when you come to the zoo and you go to the gift shop and you go to the cafe and you come to our events or you donate, you're helping the animals that are at the zoo, but also the animals that are in the wild. We are here to make sure that we're connected to the animals and connected to our planet, because we only have one planet and we need to make sure that it's the best.